everyone, I'm Melissa here and welcome to your Melissa Moment. Hello everyone, Melissa here. Welcome to your Melissa Moment and welcome to Wellness Wednesday. Wellness Wednesday, I want to share with you my HelloFresh order. And you may be asking yourself, Melissa, why is this on Wellness Wednesday? I'll explain it to you. HelloFresh. If you're unfamiliar with HelloFresh, it is a meal delivery subscription plan. Now, we've done a few unboxings and reviews of different types of subscription boxes and things of that nature on my channel before, and I've even shared with you some HelloFresh orders before. We used to get HelloFresh delivered. We also tried a few other food subscription boxes, such as Good Food, Chef's Plate. I can't remember if there was another one or just those three. But at the time, I decided I liked HelloFresh the best. And the reason I liked HelloFresh the best was they did happen to be the more expensive option. They did. They're not cheap. But what I like about HelloFresh is, number one, my boxes always come on time. The food is always fresh. It's packed really well. The ingredients that they give you, the recipe cards they give you are done really well. The instructions are laid out, easy to read, easy to follow. I just really enjoyed HelloFresh over the other subscription boxes. Now, like I said, they're not cheap, okay? They do have different types of plans available. And of course, they're all different prices depending on what you get. I get the veggie plan because 2 out of 3 people in this house are vegetarian. Now, if you were to go with a meat plan, I assume would be way more expensive. And it's been a long time since I've had HelloFresh. I loved it. I did. I love the fact that I don't have to think about what I'm going to cook. Okay? I literally don't have to worry about it. I don't have to worry about, oh, I really want to make this. Oh, but I don't have this ingredient that I need. Or, that kind of thing. You go and you grab your HelloFresh order and your instructions are there. All of your ingredients are there. Your instructions are there. And it's easy and it's simple. So the reason I'm doing this unboxing on a Wellness Wednesday is because for a lot of us who deal with depression, anxiety, just feeling overwhelmed, being very busy, right? Feeling like you are doing everything. And sometimes the last thing you want to think about is what you're making for supper, right? And sometimes you're tired and it's easier just to order in, or it's easier just to maybe eat something that isn't nutritionally great, right? And unfortunately, there's a big correlation between nutrition and how you feel. And that can affect you mentally as well. What you eat and put in your body can affect anxiety and depression, and unfortunately not in a good way. So it is important to still get in good food and good nutrients and vitamins and all the things your body needs to be healthy and to make you feel good. And that's why we're doing HelloFresh unboxing on a Wednesday, because I feel that this is a great way, number one, to try something new that maybe you would never try. The nice thing about these is it's an individual recipe and just enough ingredients for that recipe. So for example, if I wanted to try quinoa, okay, maybe I don't want to go out and buy a big bag of quinoa because maybe I'm not going to like it. And that's a big waste of money, right? And then it sits in your cabinet forever. But if I get a recipe from HelloFresh that has quinoa in it, well, not only am I just getting enough for that recipe so I don't have wasteful ingredients, but I'm able to try it. And the nice thing is I'm able to get the nutrients from that because there's a lot of nutrients in quinoa, just for an example. So that's another reason we're doing this on a Wellness Wednesday. So this is my first box this time round. Now, because I had been a member a long time ago, I did get a discount on my first 2 boxes. So the way it works is you basically go, you put in like your name, your address, you give them a payment, like usually credit card payments, and every week they will automatically charge your card, whatever the cost is for that week, depending on what you have chosen, and they ship it out to you. You can pick what date your shipment comes. So I picked Mondays. So my shipments come on Mondays. So yes, I'm filming this Monday, but still. So that's when my shipment comes. Now they automatically just charge your card. Now you can go in and they give you like the menu plans for the week. And because I picked veggie or vegetarian, I believe there's about 7 recipes that I can choose from. Okay, so maybe there's a recipe in there I don't want, then I won't pick that one. I'll pick a different one. You can also pick the same recipe more than once. So let's say a recipe comes up and you've tried it before and you love it and you're like, I want to eat that recipe every day this week. You can pick just that recipe. They'll do that. And also, you can skip shipments. So if a week is coming up and you either don't like any of the menu options and you're like, I don't want any of those, just skip the week. Or maybe you're going on holidays and you're like, well, I don't want a HelloFresh delivery. I'm not going to be here. Skip the week. You can do that. As long as you go in before the cutoff, because there is a cutoff, because obviously they need to source all the ingredients and put your box together. So as long as you do it in time, you can do that as well. You can also go in and change your plan at any time. So I ordered a veggie box, but maybe I want to get a meat box, in a couple weeks for my husband or something. Then you can go in and just change that. I personally picked, they ask you how many recipes you want in a week and how many people you're feeding. I said I'm feeding 2 people, okay, and I want 3 recipes a week. The reason I said I need 2 people, because there are 3 that live here, both my husband and I, if you're new here, hi, welcome. We have had bariatric surgery, so we don't eat a lot of food. I also find, based on past experience, the portion sizes of HelloFresh are pretty large. And even before we had had the surgery, we would have leftovers. So if getting it for 2 people probably means I can get at least 2 sets of meals out of 1 recipe. So that was enough. And I chose 3 recipes a week because I know I'll probably get at least double out of that. So that's 6 meals a week for us. Now, of course, every family is different. They have different plans for every family. They have a family plan, right, that feeds a lot more people. They have a veggie plan. They have a meat plan. There's lots of different things. They also have add-ons now, which is new. They didn't have that before. Now you can add on things like garlic bread. You can add on things like veggie spring rolls and I think even charcuterie boards. And they have, I think, like a brunch you can add on. Desserts. You can add different things on. So really, you can order more if you want. Of course, it's going to cost you more, but that is an option. So that's nice that it's an option. So we're going to try it again. Now, one of the reasons I stopped with HelloFresh is my husband will deny it. He's picky. He denies it. Half the time, he doesn't eat at home. And when he does eat at home, if it's something he doesn't like, he won't eat it. I also have a 7-year-old daughter who is also a child and picky. She doesn't like a lot of things. She doesn't like sauces. She doesn't like seasonings. She doesn't like a lot of it. So I either found myself having to modify the HelloFresh recipe so she'll eat it. But she's 7 now. I'd like to get her to try new things. I'd like to get her to expand her palate a little bit. So as much as she's going to hate this, I am going to make her eat some of these foods to try them, hoping that she'll realize she likes them. But that's one of the reasons I stopped with HelloFresh before, is because I was the only one really eating these recipes, and that's too much food for me. And I was having waste because I'd have to throw out a lot because they wouldn't eat it. But I figure I'm the cook in this house, okay? Not necessarily by choice. It's because I need to be, because my daughter's 7 and my husband doesn't cook. So I have to be the cook. So as the cook, whatever I put on their plate will be what their meal is. That may be harsh to some of you, but that's the way it's going to be. So we're going to try. And who knows, I told my daughter about this. She said, can I pick some of the recipes? So maybe by including her in some of the choices, maybe she'll be more interested in eating them. We'll see. So let me open it up and show you. Now, if you've never ordered HelloFresh, sorry guys, I minimized you here. If you've never ordered HelloFresh, it comes in this box, okay? Now it's hot. Today it's hot. It was like 34 degrees here. My HelloFresh box came early in the morning at like 9:30 in the morning. And I'm usually home, which is nice. But if I'm not, it would have sat outside all day, right? But they pack it really well, okay? So I'm going to show you. So on top, we have all of the little recipe cards and stuff, but I want to show you the box, okay? So they pack it really well. They have this little insulator here, which keeps it nice and cool. Okay, so they've got the insulator, and when you open it up, you've got your ingredients. Okay, so I'm just gonna show you the recipe cards first, and then we'll go through the ingredients. So they do send a little, hey, here's your subscription thingy and all that stuff. They did send me some coupons here. So the thing about this is for me to give away. So there are some, hey, if you've never tried us before, you can get your first box for $0, which is actually really good because no, don't forget, I got a discount on my first box. But for 2 people, for 3 meals, it cost me about $60 Canadian. Okay, so I mean, you know, you figure that out, right? That's 3 recipes, so that's $20 a recipe. They say it feeds 2, that's $10 a person, but I know for us, it actually is going to feed 4, so that's $5 a person. So when you break it all down, it's really not that bad, right? But again, every family's different. Everyone's needs are different when it comes to food. So for us, the price is reasonable, but for you, it may not be. Okay. So like I said, I got 3 meals. So the first meal that I chose is Tex-Mex Portobello and Poblano fajitas with roasted sweet potatoes and lime crema. So this is what the recipe cards look like. Okay, so it shows you a picture of what it should look like at the end. It also shows you all the ingredients they sent you for the recipe. Okay, this one happens to have Beyond Meat in it, which I appreciate because I don't eat real meat. And then on the back, again, the recipe cards are really great. So it's got over here like, hey, before you start, you know, preheat your oven, right? Wash and dry all the produce. And then it shows you the measurements within steps. So if you ordered for 2 people, it's 1 tablespoon. If you ordered for 4 people, it's 2 tablespoons of oil. So it's got all the little notes. It tells you the the items you will need for this recipe. So for example, this one, you will need a baking sheet, a vegetable peeler, measuring spoons, zester, 2 small bowls, a large nonstick pan, and paper towels. Like, it tells you everything you need. It makes it so simple, you guys. And then again, it shows you your ingredients. And then it also shows you all the steps. And there's even pictures, which I really appreciate. It also has on the front, it says here, a custom recipe. This is a custom recipe. If you choose to add Beyond Meat, simply follow the instructions on the back of this card and you're set. So again, you don't have to add that ingredient if you don't want to. Some recipes I like, but there may be an ingredient in there I don't like. For example, maybe it's got jalapenos. I don't like spice. I just wouldn't add the jalapenos. You can change it if you need to. It also has a really cool little facts on here. My daughter saw those and had to share them with me. So, hello portobello mushrooms. These hardy mushrooms are simply grown-up cremini mushrooms. I didn't know that, but that's what they are. So that's the first recipe I got. And here's our ingredients. So here's our portobello mushrooms. So don't forget, this is for 2 people. So they sent me 2 portobello mushrooms. But honestly, this is enough to feed 4 of us. So that's awesome. And then I think is the garlic for this one. Let me check. Yep. So then they sent me a clove of garlic. And like, you can just tell, like, this is fresh. It's still cold. It's still chilly. So that's nice. And then where is it here? And then the rest of the ingredients come in this little bag. Okay, so it has right on it what it is. Tex-Mex, portobello, and poblano fajitas. Okay, so it says right on it what it is. On the back, it's got all your nutritional facts on the back. And it has all, like the meal kit, it has all the ingredients listed on the bag as well. Now, this comes from Toronto. Okay, this is where this is coming from. But it comes in this great little bag. So all you do is you take your bag out of the box. You put this right in your fridge. Don't even take it out of the bag. Leave it in the bag, put it right in your fridge. When you're ready to make your recipe, you grab your recipe card, you grab the bag, you open it, you're good to go. What I like to do as well is I will open the bag, take out everything in here, keep the bag on my counter to put in any of the peelings or cans or garbage, and then I put it right in my garbage. It's super simple, you guys. So that's the first recipe we got. The second recipe we got, I actually have tried before. It's the African-inspired peanut soup with kidney beans and sesame flatbread. This is really good, you guys. I love this recipe. It's really good. It's really good. Here's that one. There it is. Okay, all in the little bag. Super easy, super awesome. And then the third recipe I got for this week is the Caprice-inspired tarts with stone fruit salad. Yum. And then that, it's got here, there's my little bag. And then they have a little cardboard here. I'll show you. Underneath it is where they have my little puff pastry for that recipe. So that's all in there. It also shows you on the recipe card how long you need. So this is 35 minutes. So I need 35 minutes for that one. And then it also says, like, this one's a veggie one. Again, the peanut soup, it says 30 minutes veggie and spicy. But again, you can leave the spice out. You don't have to make it spicy. You don't. So let me just show you the box. So this is, they've got all this insulation in here, okay? This is a little cardboard piece. You always want to look under the cardboard piece because sometimes that's where they put additional ingredients. That's where my puff pastry was. And then underneath that, they also have these little ice packs. They're starting to melt, but there's still ice in there. And these are great. Honestly, like, this keeps it really cold. I've never had an issue with a box being spoiled or anything like that, but it's really good. This is 100% water, so you can't drink it, it says, but you can open these. It says water your plants with it. I mean, don't waste it, right? So that's really awesome. So the packaging of the box is really well done. And I really enjoy, like I said, all those things about it. The fact that it comes, I don't have to worry about what are we making tonight. There's no questions. It's just like, hey, grab a bag out of the fridge, grab a recipe card, start doing it. The recipes are easy to follow. They're really tasty. And sometimes they do have repeat recipes. So if you really like keep a note, either keep the recipe card or make a note of the recipes you like or you don't like for that matter. So you know in the future when you're picking your dishes for the week, what you want. You can also pick your shipments fairly far in advance. Like I think I've picked the next 6 weeks already. And then as you get closer, they'll add more weeks in and you can go and just pick them. If you forget to pick what recipes you want for that week, they will just randomly send you 3 recipes. Okay. Now, it's saved in your preferences what kind of box you want. So mine is veggie. If I forget to pick, they will send me 3 random recipes for that week, but they will be veggie because they will know that's my preference. So at least if I forget, I know I'll be getting a veggie recipe. It may not be one I would have chosen, but that's why you have to go in and pick what you want. Okay. So I'm excited that we got this again. Like I said, this first box, I got a discount. It was about $60. For us, that works out to be about $5 a person per meal, which I think is pretty reasonable. The fact that we're getting good nutrition, there's things in here I probably wouldn't have bought myself, right? Because like naan bread. Am I going to go out and buy a big thing of naan bread? Probably not, because I am not that familiar with that ingredient. I won't know how to use it, eat it, cook it, the whole thing. But it comes in here, I can try it, and I don't have a whole bunch of wasted food, which is important. This also is good for mental health because for people who have a hard time planning, even going to the grocery store, it's like, what do I buy? And you find yourself buying just, noodles and ketchup because you don't know what to buy. For some people, going to a grocery store can be really intimidating, right? It can be. So again, that takes kind of the guesswork out of all of it. I find this a lot easier for me because lately, especially because I have 3 people in this house who have 3 different palates and 3 different preferences. I've been finding myself literally making 3 different meals for 3 different people. Like I literally am a chef because I'm not just making the same thing. And I don't know how many other people end up doing that or if it's just me, but it's really starting to put a toll on me because every time mealtime comes around, I'm getting a lot of anxiety because I'm like, okay, what do I cook for my husband? What do I cook for my daughter? What am I eating? And it's a lot. It really is. And I personally am done with the anxiety. So we're going to do this. So we're going to see how it goes. I know I'm going to get some resistance. I know I am, but I'm going to take the resistance head on and we're going to make this work because my mental health is important, right? Especially because I pretty much do everything around here. So we're going to try it and see. I want to know from you guys, have you done HelloFresh or a different subscription box? Are you doing it now? Are you planning on doing it? Let me know what your thoughts are on these because I really enjoy them. And I know I'm not the only one who gets HelloFresh. Like, I know there's other people out there. So I'd love to hear from you guys. Let me know what your thoughts are. Let me know if there's awesome veggie recipes you've had that I should keep my eye open for when I'm picking my recipes. And yeah, I'm sure we might even try a recipe on a Try It Thursday. I'm not sure yet. I don't know if it'll be one of these or a different HelloFresh. Also, let me know, do you want to know what I've got for HelloFresh every week? Is that something you want me to share with you? Or maybe just randomly be like, hey, let's make a HelloFresh recipe together. Let me know what you'd like to see because your opinion matters to me and I do read all the comments. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. I'll see you next time. Bye.